the right thing, AI Sierra Leone. Then when you go UK, you go London, the same thing. So we do best. Now regarding the airport tax, we get a paper where we try to go through cabinet for see how we go for review. Because we know say it really inconvenience people then for letting them go, and when you reach, you get to go pay that $25 or that $30 or so, and so many other things there. So we do best, and then I think that always something we go for go the paper in the cabinet, and we'll try to see what we will do for reduce on that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Now I don't know what to say. I think it's not DMVA are working and they do. The home base them, and then they take more time. So I will move now to somebody in US experience in New Yorker. So that as the Minister of Communications, Technology and Innovation. I just want to point out one fact as well as you see on this panel. The Minister and the youngest Minister of the Cabinet will get Minister Sabinaba. But we also get the youngest foreign minister in the history of the country, the youngest chief minister in the history of the country. They are not old now. They are not old now. They are not old now small. But really, the new face of the country, many of you, the General Minister of Justice in the history of the country. The Honorable Albert. So, President Leo, in commitment to youth empowerment, is not theory. You don't put that into practice. You don't make some big, bold decisions in young people. Minister Salima, plenty of people here to talk about the new age, technology, innovation, AI. President Leo in Big Five includes technology and innovation. He is salon people in a year. A sense of waiting that they mean, what's that big idea that we get excited by, and the opportunities there, how we make governments more modern. I love that for the Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, and definitely grateful for the Islamic hostel that is area. So we're happy to see the famous DMV, and we're all familiar with the to talk about. I think city sector should not lay out technology present. You not even just now when we can Big Five from the very first term of the administration, don't make technology a central part. And why? It's very simple. Because President Leone understands it for salon, for who develop, for who accelerate that delivery, the technology and innovation get to be sent down for moving forward quicker. But within the diaspora, I also this a sector with so many people in care about to come. There's so many Sierra Leoneans really out there, really work now in the ICT industry, we don't acquire so many capacity and skill sets and experience and within that place. We care about what it means for salon, what it salon we do, because we don't understand the potential we are capable do for salon. Salon so many care about salon. But also maybe on a very everyday level, I know so many diaspora and care because you want to say we want to talk to you bamboo, now the father's area and Kaila, you know, say where we get so the status of the communication sector also important for no able communicate to our family members and able to get real-time information of what happen as a home. Towards this goal where we get for transform, digitally transform in terms of how we do now and how we plan for capture this new global age, one of the key things then we do invest in our infrastructure. Because we understand the union will move towards that digital age if the infrastructure will be the foundation of that is not present. So over this past 6-7 years, the government will make significant investment in infrastructure, over $200 million from government financing, the government partners and all that will direct intentionally for improving infrastructure really. And we don't see key results when we talk about metrics, also with the 2018, 2019, so outside the sector now. For example, if you talk about the fiber backbone, and the cable where the cable data and connectivity to the rural areas. 2018 we were at 8 districts along with the fiber backbone we need. Today, the fiber backbone are 14 out of the 16, the 6 already in Salon. If we talk about the mobile sites, because the fiber backbone are the under there, waiting the care and going out to the last night, wait over the mobile sites, and I notice so many people that don't care about that, they say the village, their mobile sites, the people that they will communicate. Again, if you look 2019, there are around 798 mobile sites, and see they 1,405 mobile sites, and that's about 6% of the increase. And maybe on the last meeting, so I was talking about we cancel mobile, the network, the quality of the network. I mean, you say you look around, also with 2G, 3Gs, we're around the 60%. But today, we talk about 3G sites, all the mobile sites we talk about, 99% of them are in at 3G, and over 80% of them are at 4G. And we push the private sector to continue to make investments to improve the quality. And within the longest part of this strategy as well, a critical partnership with private sector. Government alone cannot invest in that infrastructure they will need. But through the financial policies, the business-friendly policies, the way the Ministry of Finance and the government get, we encourage the private sector. We see that they can continue to invest. Just this year at the Sierra Innovation Summit, last Salon, we launched the first 5G open access network in West Africa and Salon. That is a big deal. We also encourage innovation. Salon became the 9th country in Africa for welcome Starlink licensing. Because we know say the underlying infrastructure is take a lot, but if you able order for if I move Starlink from Naya, you able carry and go to wherever, you able increase connectivity within that space. And because of the investment we don't make in infrastructure, we don't see the impact really there in terms of skills. So many of the government actually wake out to STEM education for women. I think I want to really come to the way you look at women in STEM, so you get a free ride up to university level. And do that investment already. We also see how we got enhanced skills within the sector. So many technical universities, they really graduate hundreds of Sierra Leoneans now in critical skill sets, cyber security, data analysis, cloud computing, and so on and so forth. So many of them they come up. We also don't see growth in the startup ecosystem. That is, then young ones that really come up with innovative solutions then. For so many of the sectors, I will tell you, say, in each and every one of the sectors we talk about, we don't see Sierra Leoneans that really come up with solutions in the health sector. The minister not mentioned that, but one of the most innovative tools that will get breast track, a solution that was built in Sierra Leone, really track the pregnancy of women and through that cycle, it really contributes to the health outcomes that we get in finance, even in government. One of the critical solutions that we can one go, we very soon we go allow say for the diaspora and they are very soon. You don't put in a year where you want to apply for your passport, your license, and so many of the services that we have. You put in a year, you apply in a year, you pay for them from a year, and potentially pick them up at the embassy. So, and these are solutions built in Sierra Leone. So now, in terms of what are the opportunities? What do we want to do now for move? Run later, how we move forward. Now, how is significantly scale? How is significantly scale in digital talent? For make sure that Sierra Leoneans are really there within the sector. How do they become competitive, not just for Salon, but as we all know, they're able to do Salon and get jobs, then remote jobs, digitally enabled jobs in all over the world. How do we invest in being able to do that? Second thing, entrepreneurship. How do you invest in them locally solutions and digital solutions, not for just offer the services and Salon. How do you see one go to different other countries because we know say through that they able to improve the economy. Two things that we don't think are very strategic towards that. One, affiliate tech city within our goal, which will be a special economic zone for tech and innovation because we plan for significant scale that. The second one is Sierra Leone Innovation Investment Fund. Both of these will get support from the African Development Bank because we also get for significantly strategically think how they develop and design a vehicle where go to mobilize resources that will go directly target into the sector and how we significantly improve. Thank you.
Minister Salim Abba your advantage is that now we'll be on the same floor and we'll soon have the minister by the government. So we put a campaign either of we they reach the 9th floor of the building. They're saying the training minister back. So half of the time I get guests there, the other half of the time they say they don't guests there. You see what we'll soon have minister back and as soon as young and doing an outstanding job. If you are Salo area, I invite you for visit wangov.sl, Just yesterday, Minister, I reached out to the head of the student loan program. I asked her, because of Sarah, they asked me, I said, how for apply? And I said, everything there on the OneGov platform. I went on that platform. The steps are clear, distinct. You apply it, that's all the answer. You apply now for license, you apply for all the OneGov platform. Because of the innovation with the government of Salon they do, with the Chief Innovation Officer, the Ministry they do, and the USDI and others as well. So a lot of amazing things that they happen. And the one more thing we talk about and miss. Salon, small salon. First, stand alone, open access 5G network that the entire Western we get our salon because of the fantastic work we this government to do. I want to talk to Madam Minister Dr. Isaac Amahoy, Minister of Gender, quickly. Madam Minister, the concern as well. In fact, a lot of people always mention gender issues as well. As you know, being a part of the community, being a feminist, and so this issue is very important to me. But the experience of women in Sierra Leone across the board, we don't pass the jury law, we don't lead to some improvement. But people want to know about progress on law enforcement, on sexual violence, harassment in the workplace. One thing that in the way members of the Salon community here to be excited about when it comes to the work we do for transform the country in terms of gender inclusion and empowerment. Over to you, Minister. 3 minutes. Another platform, Minister Isaac. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ba. Good evening and thank you. One, we all know say the government of His Excellency the President and government will focus on developing and empowering women and women. So because of that one day, a lot of things don't happen. But inside these 3 minutes, I'm going to bring down to some of the key things that we don't do. First, we look at the laws, the legal framework, where Naim they set the place. From there, we get to take action. So we will act on things that when we think they involve women and women. So the Jury Act, of course, we don't get from 2022, and now our implementation phase. We know say recently we get the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, and with all that one, we also don't just pass the Child Rights Act. Inside all them law there and progressive things that they inside it. Even though they meet some challenges there, but we will try to see how, as a country, what we did in the dark ages before, when it comes to women and women. So we will try to see how we will change the narratives, or change the context, so that we will protect and empower women. What we don't do now in ministry, now that we don't set up what we call a gender equality and mental empowerment secretariat. That one day, it don't train gender units them within every ministry where you get focal points them, where they tell you about gender mainstreaming and gender potential. Because you can't have a ministry where not the budget for gender. And by that way, the woman will suffer. So we also want to know how, what's the leadership position of women within the ministries, departments, and agencies. Because first thing, we all know say inside salon, women are not been there at the forefront. But now we don't see that one will change. We don't see in a cabinet. In a cabinet, we got 34.5 cabinet women ministers. The deputy minister has been at 36. When AG appoints we have been 33%. Now we don't go 36.5%. Because AG is women. Now that's where in the time for make woman and then a critical position, and we want to parastatal them. We get some women that are the parastatal them, like the NRA, we they do extremely well. And also, some of the key things that we don't happen at that we get programs that we don't come, like the financial inclusion program. We know say we get initiative that when builders so they can't take people their money or say, oh, when I come invest, I ask when I come collateral and give collateral and then when I want people their wealth. So now the Bank of Salon, that's what we call the financial inclusion project, when they give at least 30% loan to women there with low interest. So that one there, instead we get a little bit of challenge because we look at them, how we promote small business women there. They get small, they will call SMEs. Then when they don't want to sell, then they go to big businesses. So we encourage them, we also create the opportunity for make them get access to loans and other services. We try for what we call the Women's Green Bank, where this is a bank for women. Because women they find it very difficult to get access to loan and other financial services then. We want to see how we will promote women then, make them get inside them will get, so they will promote their businesses then. Inside agriculture, most of the people that they do business with agriculture, now women. So now the agriculture ministry don't make them possible for say there are projects for women. And when they give loans, when they give a project, now women and baby before Panda one day. We get women the way they champion programs then. We get women then when they help for say, we the women are ready for change in situation like this one, Mr. Ma give this one time. We look at the health sector. Minister and Minister Salima, I don't talk about what they happen inside the health sector. We glad it for say there is tremendous growth in the way women and the access services then. All that one because we work together as multifaceted approach. You get the Ministry of Education, when instead of say we don't promote employment between men and women, now na parity. Man and woman are equal. Women and they go school and the retention rate is not so high. Because when you look at comparing 2017 or just 2018, the enrollment rate of girls was 119.9%. And now they boast of over 175%. So there is increase in all of this. The major thing, when I critical one, when the last thing I talk about, the LGBT related matters. Inside LGBT, when I sexual gender-based related matters, we get challenges then. But even with those challenges that we don't see now, a lot of cases are being reported because of the awareness we don't do and because of the structuring. We get what we call one-stop centers. We don't even they exist before. We then we talk with the work with Rainbow Initiative. All of these are data-driven initiatives then, and also they provide service protection for them. So women they come and they call 116 toll-free line, then they direct them for who get the services they need. All that way they help for make people feel confident in the government for say, oh now we are protected. And the case then will come, they will treat me fairly. So a lot of cases are being reported. If I see on social media, say cases and they happen, bikini and they die, this and they die. First time those things are happening, people are not reporting. Now, people then they report, and when they report, action is being taken. A lot of abuse is happening, action is being taken. So the justice system, we then work with the Ministry of Justice for put laws then where they help for protect women then. And one of them one day, we they look at it how we they help for protect the bikini so that then will be people that will help for empower them copy the way they come. One thing we are glad about is understand when governments they provide free tuition for girl picking them where they do mathematics, sciences, engineering. So this system will get free quality education. And that free quality education they don't help a lot. Apart from it, there is also a school feeding program where each one became now, apart from the food we did before, now we don't have another nutritious value program where the Ministry of Agriculture don't work with the Ministry of Education for making people just kind of school. And that's all that we don't encourage people for making them go to school so that they don't go left now school side and do it. So I want to tell you
The minister are activists like me, so I understand. We the activists don't take off. We don't allow our leg take off. Otherwise, no problem. And so now we see in passion and in commitment, but not lose sight of the facts we don't mention. Toll-free lines, one-stop centers, one-stop shops. We get commitment across the board for improve the quality of safe homes and all those things in terms of infrastructure. Government investment is the Leone, only president will declare sexual violence as a national emergency, and they follow that up with some major investment. So the fact say just last week in New York, Spotlight, the UN signature initiative on combating sexual and gender-based violence. We're not a move on any country until the country don't demonstrate their commitment and their own investment. Salon and the latest country they don't add and increase the investment or support the fantastic work with the minister. They will all put your hands together for that as well. The final speaker from the panel, and then we'll turn to now, the Deputy Minister for Water. The Deputy Minister. But this Deputy Minister, not just Deputy Minister for Water Resources and Sanitation. This now also the young generation leader of the Sierra Leone People's Party. Let me point out, see, unlike most of the people who are inspired, he attended a very good school. Yeah, that's a kind. Except what? Brother Toby? That one we don't go to school. When I saw it for me, eh? When I academy, sir, it's an academy. It's an institution of superior. Thank you, sir. All right, Engineer Francis Kalon. We are just giving you a sense. His Excellency launched the first major water and sanitation project. He said, when are you? In fact, I think are you in lead event to what we are saying. One area that we for so long have been neglected, but many interesting things that happen. Major investments in water and sanitation sector. Key people in the sense of some of the innovation and interesting things that we happen in the sector. Over to you, sir. A lot of that for the leader.
Thank you so much, Minister. We always say water critical elements for human existence. But the bill, in as much as we don't get the critical sector like water resources, in 2023, July, he added again another portfolio to the water sector in sanitation. For saying, we able to handle our work because sanitation we don't have. For Freetown, we get 2 critical projects there. We will able to help people get very good results in the next 5 years. Already Freetown washed and aquatic revamping project. We already in there at 65% completion. Able for supply after weather project will done, 1 billion people will benefit from water supply from that project here. And that project here, a lot of donors are planning to make sure that project is complete. We get the ARDB, create the other kind of make sure that project is complete. But key of that project is the sanitation aspect. The statistics we get for sanitation, we will take over about 16.5%. When the project for the Freetown wash will complete, the sanitation percentage will go up to 35%, which is very good. We almost covered the sector of sanitation. Recently, from where the water sector, the divider from the energy sector will not ever get the World Bank support. In just less than 2 years, we get a World Bank project with $180 million and a grant for the Sierra Leone water security and water access solutions. This project is now for nationwide, but phase 1 now for Freetown Coast. we will be able to make sure that we get good toilet facilities in schools, marketplaces, public places, so that our open education will be able to eradicate in the city and across major cities in the country. So we are projecting will go on the side of sanitation. In the next 5 years, sanitation percentage will go in the city to 75%. So in the next 5 years, we will get a very clean city, a city where everybody from across the world will left for the side, so that the health care will be assured. On the side of water supply, whether project will complete, and the next is going to be a 10-year project. For Freetown, for now, that project will complete. For now, as it is, the statistics of water supply in the city, it stands at 57.5%. When the project for the Freetown wash, and that of the Leone water security and wash improvement project will complete, we will get Freetown water supply will be at 81%. Which will be a very good one for our for the whole community area. We will get clean water supply and make sure so we get quality water we will be and we will use for the domestic activities. So on the side of the policies, on government side, for sure how committed the government is, we will get the 6 water supply projects. We arrange for Kenima, the one that we Kailao, Kujong, Moyamba, Kambia, we have bonds, and all of these projects they at above 65%. And they are shown as before 2028 we will complete all of these projects, and all of them universities that have the water supply. Key of the business will the first for now to make sure they say the water supply project are for. And the Minister of Finance there will not go far to secure the finance we require for make sure they cannot get good water supply before 2028. So this we don't know plenty, and the sanitation is also key, because before you go spend money for going to hospital, the person cannot prevent your health care, so will become healthier, or make sure we begin able to go school. Who says strong will help you for work for the country, and we're able to get more produce for the country and for the imposed area. So for one within the diaspora, and the rest assured that before 2028, you will see plenty improvement in the water sector and also the sanitation sector for the benefits of Sierra. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We leader, the Deputy Minister, for President Bill, water and sanitation, not so slogan. The commitment, the personal. I remember when we launched this project, I mean at the end, see a chair of life, and they share say, if you look big, I suppose to look for a pastor at all so. But the care road to what I say. Then 5 years of the old tools. If you investigate, if you watch the papa people there, you begin searching all the young soul person. True. When I share that in the president can talk, I say, this money I'm going to tell you the truth about that. He said, the conspiracy. He said, the excess and the shape for a day. He said, don't tell me the truth. So this issue is personal to me. Commitment. I said, I don't get what I used to read there. But truly, that I make the investments here important. We cannot forget talk to them for them give the microphone, because our colleague agree on us. Basic rules. When I see the minister, they are given time. 3 minutes. For the audience, I want to agree first on how much time each person will take. 1 minute per person. Okay, wait. Now, we don't listen to all the views. We give 90 seconds. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Wait.